Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This is a rivalry game that always gets the blood pumping, both on the field and in the stands. One of the great division battles in the NFC. They've met once already this season. We'll see what kind of fireworks are in store for us here in Game 2. It's the Cardinals going up against the Seahawks. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at Century Link Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they're led out by their quarterback from Newport Beach, State in California, played at USC. It's Matt Barkley.
One of the most coveted players coming out of high school. Became an instant starter at USC and became a 4-year guy there and set just about every passing record on their campus. Now trying to find his niche in the NFL. Well-schooled in the pro passing game. Let's see if it translates for him going forward.
And this offense on your screen, one of the guys who knows how to win football games, Larry Fitzgerald.
Plenty of athleticism, but plays the game with incredible intelligence.
Now Barkley dumping it off for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Barkley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now Drew Butler to punt for Arizona, the son of former Bears kicker Kevin Butler. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It's a gain of 14 there. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a pickup of 14 there. And will give the Seahawks a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Second down following the run.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yep.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
On the run, this is Michael. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
But one thing that's confirmed is that Russell Wilson knows how to elude pressure, and he finds openings to throw the ball, and he does the same thing in running it. He lost about 300 yards from last season in his rushing total, but I think that's a good thing. People respect his running ability so much, it's opening up pass lanes for his team.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So 1 quarter in the books here on Christmas Eve. 0-0 our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Christine Michael was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
In on the stop there, Kelsey McRae.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
The penalty. It's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. He's got time in the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
Here's Drew Butler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This one complete to Cooper Helfet. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 20! 30 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with him, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. One of the newer Cardinals picked up from New England, Chandler Jones. In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you? We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense, now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that.
Right.
Totally missed it. And there's your standard issue draw play. I like it a lot better when it's actually been set up.
Wilson, they'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Seahawks have had their issues holding on to the football, but still remain in this game. The Cardinals, though, aren't pulling away to this point, even with the turnover margin going their way. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Seahawks have it at the 2. Quick pass and completion is made here, and now they get in for the touchdown. Seahawks with the early advantage. Seahawks have the football midway through the second. Wilson's under pressure and throws the pick. Panthers reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Seahawks here, they have it at the 47. The connection is made in the middle of the field, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 34-yard line. Seahawks would later fumble away possession. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 1st down, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They got to get to the 23 here on third. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And time now for the Seahawk defense to take their spots again on the field. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Now Barkley. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
So difficult to fit in a pass when Richard Sherman's in the area because of his length. He's able to make a play on the football even late and knock it away, and that's exactly what he did there. And this guy, all-pro, last year only a Pro Bowler because other people had big years. Maybe it's because his interception numbers went down. He only had 2 last year, but I don't know if that's just him or if people are avoiding the heck out of him to make sure he doesn't make big plays.
Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a give. It's Michael. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense and said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
Let's go. 3-19.
Here's Barkley. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Wilson on 2nd down. On the move to his left. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here.
3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.